talking to me. And they gotta shut their mouth when they talking to me. I look around, it's a whole lot of flexing mamas. But I hit the highs men, don't want the drama. Hey, peace and love, baby, keep it groovy. Every time we pop out, you know it's a movie. If I'm in hot water, then it's a jacuzzi. I gotta shake, so I'm throwing deuces. I gotta, even when I'm down bad. Yeah, I know how to bounce back, cause you know I gotta. And she look good, don't she? On top of that, she good for me. Make me wanna say, even though I got plenty, if I'm down to my last penny, I still gotta, I still gotta. Talking what you doing here. I gotta have a mind to hit you with a stitch you get up off the wall. Go on, get it moving here. Yeah.
From the oldest capital city in the Americas, founded in 1325, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Mexico City. Coming up, another installment of the NFL International Series, and it should be a great one, as it'll be the Dragons of Buenos Aires taking on the Condors of Mexico City. A new season of NFL football is here, and we're off in 2023 on EA Sports. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. To throw right away is Howell. Complete right side to Hyatt. Down the sideline he goes. He may go. Touchdown! Jalen Hyatt. His first NFL reception goes for 6. And the Dragons are on the board here first in the season opener. Good throw there, and I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but he looks a lot more comfortable in his second season.
You can tell he put the work in the offseason, and what I mean by that is understanding the playbook. Not just the plays and how to execute them, but how to do it against a variety of defenses. Also understands his team better, what they can and cannot do. You can see the confidence rising in him as he plays.
First down and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
They run with a veteran speedster. It's Kareem Hunt. Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. So here in the heart of Mexico, this is a city that's hosted a handful of NFL games before, but now this is a different deal. A relocated franchise moving south of the border, playing here on a permanent basis. It's going to be exciting times here in the Mexican capital, that's for sure. And really all across this country, they're pumped for this because this will be Mexico's team. 12 yards there and a first down.
Well, partner, that's the start that you want right there. And you know he spent the entire offseason throwing hundreds, I'd probably say thousands of passes, getting ready for that moment. The first throw of the new season. He's dreamed about it, thought about it, and now it's out of the way.
Now, 1 for 1, a lot more to go. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
Well, it's hard to have vision as a runner and find a hole when there's nothing but defenders in your way. They stacked that one up really well. But give him credit. Instead of trying to bounce it out and turn it into a big play, which might have turned into a big loss, kind of just took his medicine there and took the 1 yard.
Hurts. And he can't escape, and down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Screen pass to Connor. And to the 49-yard line, but no further, and obviously he is well short of the first. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. And And this will be taken at the 13. They'll score that a 36-yard punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
First down and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And one of the things we like to hit on every year are the new rule changes. So we got a few for 2023. A lot are procedural, having to do with deadlines and roster construction and such. But two kind of caught my eye, Charles. One is the option to fair catch a kickoff and have it come out to the 25 like it does in college. You like that?
I don't. I don't like it at all. I don't like it in college. I don't like it in the NFL. I want to have something different. And I really wanted the special teams coaches to be a little bit more involved. But I do understand why the league is doing it. They believe it promotes safety, and it's hard to argue against that.
What about, this is the other one, guys can now wear the number 0. We've already seen some make the switch, Calvin Ridley, DeAndre Swift, Braxton Berrios, amongst others.
Yeah, and you know something? When you see those guys make that move, I don't mind that at all right? A little more expressionism for these guys. I love it. I just think we didn't go far enough. What about double 0 like Jim Otto used to wear or Kenny Burrow used to wear? Let's add that back to the NFL jerseys.
Third and 5. Powell. They set up the screen to A-Chain. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. A nice pickup there, 10 yards.
But it's almost as if they didn't leave the field after their first drive. They picked right up where they left off. Another good throw there. And this offense, humming here in the early going.
A-Chain on 1st and 10. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's the 2nd and 9. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. This one complete to Jalen Waddle.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. They'll run for it with A-Chain. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And in the next breath, they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. That's complete to Laporta. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah,
and it's caught. Touchdown. Darius Davis with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Dragons lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. And oh, it's blocked. That's a line ball scooped up by the offense. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. To begin the drive, here's a handoff to Hunt. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Nolan Smith showing some burst there to catch him behind the line.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. A quick throw caught out wide by Judy. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. 3rd down and 1. They go play action with Hurts. Sliding out of the pocket. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. 13-0 is the score after 1 on EA Sports. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Throwing is Hurts. Caught left side by Mechie. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a 2nd and short.
Brings up 2nd and 1.
Now Hurts going to keep it running left. So it's the big left tackle who gets tagged with a hold.
And sometimes you're actually executing the block well, and he starts to slip off of you, and instinctively you reach out and grab him. And when it's done like that, it's often seen by the official and called.
Hurts going to keep it again. And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. Well, that play never really got off the launching pad. He had a linebacker in his face before he had a chance to do much of anything.
Yeah, I think it's big boys up front, that offensive line. They've got to do a little bit better job of protecting him if they're going to continue to run the option like this.
They'll go screen here to Hunt. Good contain, no gain on the screen, and it'll bring up 4th down.
You know, in boxing, they throw in the towel. In this case, you just kind of wave the white flag, and you think to yourself, if he could just get past that initial wave, he's got a chance to get free. But that screen, it was going nowhere from the start. It forces a 4th down.
This is brought in at the 21. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And they will take over 1st and 10. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that. Charles's defense, they were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
I think sometimes when you're trying to get after the quarterback, maybe it's better to be lucky than great, because I think on that one, he's just trying to get upfield and rush the passer. Instead, the tackle for the loss landed right in his lap.
Howell throwing on 3rd down here. They'll roll him out right. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag is down. This could possibly be a push-off. So since that last play got nothing, they'll go ahead and decline the penalty, and that forces a 4th down situation. On 4th down, Matt Ariza sent on to punt. He'll look to set up his blockers. A good return there, 17 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 37. They'll start with Hunt on the ground. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down. And you know what offenses want? Win 1st down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on 1st down. Here now 2nd and 9 from the 39-yard line. Here's Hurts to throw. And he fires one incomplete. Well, prior to that, he had hit his first 6 passes to start the game, so on a nice little run to begin.
It feels like this offense has carried its dress rehearsal into the game. You know, because you do practice it, you do go through it, and in this case, it is clicking exactly like they drew it up.
He's got the hook up with Dobbs. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line, and that is not near enough. So the completion good for just 3. And that's going to make it 4th down. On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. This is taken at the 18. So possession goes over here on the punt.
They'll take over 1st down and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts. Marcus Epps. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
But that's what they have to do more of defensively. Not just getting sacks, but have to keep getting in his face. Not let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been carving them up previously.
Yeah, already has a couple of touchdown passes. About time they put a few grass stains on that jersey. He's up to the 20. And finally taken down to the 26-yard line.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide. And these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Back to throw. Howell. They'll swing this out wide. Here's A-Chain. And I don't think he got there. No. He's short by maybe a foot. Maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
Just for baseball, we call this small ball. Instead of pushing it downfield, they throw a short pass trying to pick up the 1st down, but the defense rallies to the football and stops him short, bringing up a 4th down.
And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down. 4th down. Howell. He'll buy some time right. He's got a man complete. And they will get him down, but not before he gets very good yardage there, as that will lead us right into the 2-minute warning. It's Howell with another throw. A little short pass here taken in by Laporta. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it's 2nd down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Here's Howell. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. If they want it first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. Now Howell. That's going to be caught by Waddle. He's got room at the 30. And finally taken down at the 20-yard line. 18 yards, a big pickup there on third down.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick a down, any down, even third down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
They'll throw on first down. Here's Howell. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. Kyle Hamilton picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
They'll take over first and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
Looking deep here for Dobbs. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down. So on now is Johnny Hecker to punt this one away.
Johnny Hecker in punt formation.
And taken right on the 30. That'll go as a punt of 42, 7 on the return.
They'll take over first down and 10 at their own 38-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Throwing here, Howell. This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's third down.
I like the call. It looked like the right time to dial up a running back screen. But this one got disrupted right from the start and ends up falling incomplete.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Now I'll try to pick it up on 3rd. He's got his running back out of the backfield. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. This offense in midseason form here in the opener. It's 1st and 10. Howell looking to throw again. This will be caught. It's Waddle. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And they move this all the way down to the 9. Now a signal and a timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. With a play fake, and now here's how to throw it. Rolling to his right. And it's caught. Touchdown. Jalen Waddle in the final seconds of the first half. And the Dragons are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Moody good with the extra point. And that pushes the lead up to an even 20.
Condors nothing.
4 seconds, all that remain here in this first half as the kick gets away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. They'll start out here with the option left. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
On first down, Hurts. Pressure comes, and down he goes. Brought down by multiple defenders, and it's a loss of 12.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Huge loss.
Hurts throw completed to Mechie. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll make it 3rd and 13. Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Fred Warner. Down the right sideline. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, I mean, you get it. They're trying to make something happen here in this third quarter, CD, but I don't think a pick 6 is exactly what they had in mind.
No, not at all, because this offense, they've been stuck all game long. Haven't dented the scoreboard yet, and they're kind of forced to take a few chances here, and that one, it backfired in a big way.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual. His impatience has to be bubbling over, trying to find a way to get his team to the end zone for the first time. He did find a way to break contain and get outside to buy his receivers a little extra time, but the connection couldn't be made on that throw.
Oh, he'll air this one deep for Jude. And got his man complete. Down the left sideline. And touchdown! Jerry Jeudy, 87 yards. And the Condors are able to cut into that deficit. Elliott good with a PAT. And the lead now down to 20. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. Complete right side to Hyatt. Down the sideline he goes. Inside the 20. And he's going to be out of bounds here all the way down inside the 10. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. H.A. now up the middle. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Powell, 3rd and goal. They set up the screen to H.A. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play. And it'll be 4th down.
A 25-yard attempt.
And his kick is indeed good. And that will extend their lead even further. So 3 more points tacked on, and this margin getting more comfortable by the minute.
And with the lead where it is, you can actually feel good about field goals. We talk all the time about scoring 6s, not 3s. But in this case, they're just looking to chew up some time and come away with points.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
And Hurts going to move him around. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. 5. It's a gain of 22 as we tick towards 2:22 on the clock. Play action. Here's Hurts. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. 2nd and 10, 3rd quarter of the season opener. On the option left, it's Hurts. And he probably should have given that one off as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. Tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. Hurts. Being chased out left. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. That's big Jordan Davis powering in to drop him.
Looks like another empty possession here, partner. And I don't think with 3 scores down in the 3rd quarter, they can truly afford any more the rest of the way.
No, especially the way their offense is sputtering. I think you're exactly right. They got to find some answers quickly. Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material. Howell down to throw it. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
That incompletion certainly slows things down a little bit and brings up a very important call for 2nd and long. What do? Run and try and get some yardage and make it 3rd and manageable? Or challenge the coverage again, hoping for a bigger gain?
On 2nd down, a run by H.A. And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
In every game, teams are looking for that momentum shift, and that run there, the offense feels like, hey, maybe we can get something going, but defensively, they've slowed them down the entire game. They don't want to turn into more. They're going to try and figure out a way to take it back on this next play.
And he's going to have the 1st down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play, so we will switch ends as the... Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10. Again, it's H.A. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Jack Campbell running him down behind the line. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and 3rd and 8 now.
And we've seen him have success earlier on with the ball in his hands because he is a get it in space and make a play kind of a receiver. But that time, they closed on him quickly and held him to a short gain.
And Howell will throw it. Another catch there for Waddle. He'll get it inside the 20. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
9 yards. 1st down, Dragons.
They go back to the ground game with H.A. He's able to force his way through one man, but he can muster only about a yard on the play. 2nd down.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there, but how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
Right back to H.A. on 2nd down. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. 45 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here is stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do, late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it, they've got to be happy to see it executed, being able to stay in bounds and work the clock.
Well, 4th quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3, and they've had that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week 1 because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. So these fans just kind of... Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. picked off by Fred Warner. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line.
They'll take over first and 10 at the 45-yard line.
A give up the middle to H.A. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
Brings up second and 11 at the 46-yard line.
Now they go play action with Howell. Hyatt able to make the catch downfield. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one covers 29 yards, first down.
And the Buenos Aires first down.
And it looks like this will be the last play before the 2-minute warning. On the handoff, it's H.A. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Now it's second and 10. Here's a toss left for H.A. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up third down. This offense has had a lot to like in this game. I don't know that that last play, though, is going to make the highlight reel.
It's not going to make the highlight reel, but it will be the focus of the film session that the team has to sit through. I've sat through those before. Never any fun. You're always excited about your good plays.
And give them another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. Well, Charles, no matter what the prognosticators say before the season, whether they think you're going to be good, bad, or somewhere in the middle, you never quite know how week 1 is going to play out. But for them, it has been an impressive performance, and they are well on their way to a 1-0 start.
Yeah, it's a lot like opening up presents, isn't it, partner? You're not quite sure what's inside, but you're hopeful, right? In this case, exactly what they were looking for, exactly what they need.
Here comes the return from the very back of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up third. Now they got to get to the line quickly. Here's Hurts to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. They'll throw on first down with Hurts. He'll get that complete to Hunter Bryant, the tight end. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. On first and 10, it's Hurts. Flushed out right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Now another timeout call for by the offense. That'll leave him with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Hurts sets up to throw it. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. They go play action with Hurts. Throw right side is going to be caught by Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for Week 1, and one of our early window games here in Week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. And we know that not everyone's going to start the season 1-0, right? Half the league is going to have a loss on their record. But everyone's got to build off of that opener. And how many coaches tell us every single year?
I've been going hard from the night into the daylight, telling them all that yesterday's price is not the same price. Eating up what's for breakfast, I can tell you what it tastes like. Wake up and I see red and I still don't got no brake lights. Yeah, feeling super fly. I look in the mirror, see ambition in my eyes. Got more than one formula, they love the way I drive.